Wait, we won? This doesn't seem right. Last I checked, it was 16-6, and like my internet was so bad that we couldn't even watch the game. But surely a team like the Packers, with like the best backup in all the league, Malik Willis, cannot blow this, right? Oh, you know what? There's special teams. Oh man, do you forget about the Packers special team? Even I did for a second. I'm like, I get back, I'm loading stuff back into the house because we just got back from a Christmas celebration, which it was really the only day that it could happen today, which is fine. I was like, okay, maybe I'm just gonna turn it on before it shows up so I can wheel in some stuff. You know, come turn on the TV, and then I see us going for the onside kick. I'm like, okay, well, I guess they don't have any belief in the defense, which true, I wouldn't believe it. And then Romeo Dobbs gets concussed, and we get the ball. So that's two concussions. I don't know why he's out there, to be honest. Like, bro, just keep him alive. But, we got it. Malik Willis is a really damn good quarterback in this situation. Wind swirling. You need a running quarterback? Goddamn, he can give that to you. That's really what the Packers had. A quarterback that could actually move the football down the field. Now, even though, a certain fumble happened, that really wasn't his fault. And then the botch snap was probably his fault. But, the botch snap was basically just, the same thing that happened when we snapped the ball over Manungai's head, because he's shorter than I am. Just some things. I'm just thinking about that. That definitely killed the momentum until the fourth quarter, just basically not having any sort of offensive attack. But in the end, Cold Caleb came through. And now we have 11 wins and a major control of the NFC North. Did I think that was ever going to happen? Fuck no, I did not. You kidding me? You told me after that 0-2 start we'd have 11 wins and beat the Packers? I tell you, you're insane, bro. Like, literally everything that I said in those first 2 weeks, I was praying to the Pope specifically, because, the Pope is Bears fan. Like, please let me be wrong. I want my takes when this team sucks to be as bad as possible when you look at them in the future. And by God, they are terrible. And I love it. Cold Caleb, you love to see it. You love to see him just, forget everything and just play when the game's on the line. It'd be nice if he decided to play those first 3 quarters. But, when the defense, actually kind of keeps you in the game, despite the fact they can't stop a run worth a damn, fuck it. It works. Definitely, these teams do not know how to call 4th and 1 plays. Just something for both teams to work on if they get to the playoffs. But, whoo boy, when I saw that we had activated Jade Walker and put him into the regular, into the actual team, I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm an avid preseason watcher because preseason basically just means, regular season, but more people get time. And there's this Jade Walker kid that's like, catching a game-winning touchdown against the Chiefs and, doing this weird celebration down the sideline where the physics just doesn't make sense. He also did that against the Dolphins in preseason. I'm like, wow, this guy, he has a little bit of talent. He can high point some balls, but I hope he gets a touchdown today. And dear Lord, he got a touchdown. High point ball after, he just completely dusted the 0 defenders that were on him What are you doing? And then, just woo, touchdown. But it wouldn't have been possible without good old Packers special teams. It's something that I forgot because we were so bad that it didn't fucking matter. Packers special teams still doesn't really know what to do. McManus, he kicked his field goals. There's not really much else you can ask from that man. Kick field goal. Okay, I did it. But where the hell else did everyone show up? No? Okay. But, everyone else? No. That return game? Not great. That onside kick recovery attempt. He had it, and then he fumbled it. Just some casual stuff. This is all while the refs are trying to hand the game to the green and gold team. I mean, some of the penalties were warranted, but, he's sliding late. Jordan Love is putting his head down when, he has 0.1 seconds to react. What is he supposed to do? Move his head up so that, Jordan Love smashes his helmet into his rib cage? I feel like that's even a worse concussion, if you ask me. Head into, protecting gear. Yeah, that's going to hurt. That's probably going to give him even more of a concussion. So, I hope Love is okay. I don't really like the fact that both of our wins are when we completely sack him for the rest of the game. But Malik Willis looked better. I don't know if it's just because he only plays against us, but considering that he had, last season, he was undefeated. He actually played pretty well, in his 2 games that he was starting. I think he really is the best backup. And I really hate that it's on the Packers, but hey, you know what? They invested somewhat into developing Malik Willis. Hopefully they, trade him off for a second-round pick. I feel like this game could very well get him a nice contract in the offseason if his contract is up if this year. Whenever his contract is up, I feel like he'll do well, but he didn't do enough. He fumbled the snap at the end, and that's what most people are going to care more for, but yeah. And then more. Being able to dust the guy that absolutely clobbered him on something that should have been, thrown on. Just classic, after the play, Nixon just smashes the shit out of him. That's a flag, ref. Come on. Is there not really something, can video assistant, help with this? Because, that really did not work. But, yeah. He was able to get revenge with that touchdown. He saved the touchdowns till the very end, which, I'm never really excited about that, but we still won. Even with a feisty Malik Willis, thanks to Packers special teams and the defense holding at least Malik Willis to only 16. Name of the game was, wasting clock. And fortunately, we didn't do that. Oh, and also on top of the, figuring out how to... There was a lot of dumb things that happened today, but apparently this cup right here doesn't have... no lids fit it. So I had to meticulously carry that up the steps. Anyway. But yeah, I'm just happy, man. We are controlling our destiny. We just need to win one of our next 2 games, which I know will be a very tough ask because it's the 49ers and the Lions. 49ers are attempting to fight their way back into the NFC West contention. They got... who they got this week? Did they play Monday? They play the Colts on Monday, so they might be able to at least gain one back, but, it's cool. It's cool. We're both, pretty much all the top teams have already played, so we do have a chance to clinch a playoff spot. Thanks to if the Steelers beat the Lions. I don't really think that's going to happen, but, anything can happen with the Steelers and getting to 9 wins. I'm just so happy, man. It's been so long, man, since we've had like any sort of success, and like I barely was experiencing anything in the 2018 season. 2020 was really my first like big foray into it, probably because I was just sitting on lockdown the entire time. But you know, like just watching that season, start out great, fall apart, but then somehow finish with an 8-8 record in the playoffs. That playoff game was dreadful, but hey, playoffs. And we haven't experienced playoffs since. But now we are one game away. We are one game away, not only from the playoffs, but from the division. That's fucking insane. You know that? Like, bro, this division last year was being fought between the Vikings and the Lions until the bitter end because both teams had 13 fucking wins. Like, that was fucking insane. One of them had to go in the wild card, and then both of them still lost in the playoffs. Right now, the Bears, that same Bears team that was bottom, and not just bottom by like 6 games. That is the team that is leading the NFC North by 1.5 games. That is the team. And that is fucking amazing. I am, again, so glad that any of my takes at the early part of the season were bad. And I love it. I love that my terrible takes are bad. About this team being shit, about this team being not really ready for anything, about how this team is not going to win more than 7 games. Because guess what? They adjusted. They figured out what they wanted to do. And they have finally, they have figured it out, and now they're going to be cruising for the rest of the season. This is what I would have wanted for the Bears. This was a season that I felt like was a pie in the sky fucking season. Like, leading the North? You would think that at least the Lions would do something, but they might not even make the playoffs at this rate. Packers, Jordan Love's good. Unfortunately, he's good, and even their backup is good. And they have good players around them, and while they have had a lot of injuries, we've had a fuck ton of injuries too. This is about as fraudulent of an 11-win team as you can get. But we have 11 wins. It's basically just copying the 49ers playbook. Next week is totally injury bowl. Totally injury bowl. But now everyone's pretty much healthy again. Except for our wide receivers, but they should be getting back to form soon. The game, a walk-off touchdown, and my teams have never really experienced good overtimes. If you remember last year against the Vikings, we did come back after they shit on an onside kick. And that game just ended because we ran out of steam and we're just tanking. This time, though, we got the W. And that is all I can ask. Thank you, Caleb. Thank you, Jade Walker. Thank you, DJ Moore. And thank you, Cairo, for being able to play in the wind. I have doubted you a lot, Cairo. You can whiff those easy field goals. We've seen it. But today, you locked in. And that is something that I didn't think you could do in the wind. But he did. He out there looking like a soccer player from Brazil. Because while he technically is a soccer player from Brazil. And he made it work. Thank you, Cairo. Your contract is saved. Now, can we figure out how to lock down Rich Bisaccia forever, please? I really need him to stay there and not get fired come Monday, because that man is not lasting much longer after this incident. There's no way that he's surviving, bro. Like, you've had all those fuck-ups before in the past, and now this. Really? I just feel bad for him. I feel a little bad Because you think like, okay, we've been in this situation before as Bears fans, but for this day, fuck them. We did it. We did the thing that most people didn't think we could do, and it's here. We have 11 wins. We are in control of the division. That just makes me so fucking happy. And yes, I will, of course, be rooting for the Steelers to win. Go Aaron Rodgers. Sorry, I just felt a little wrong, but hey, Aaron Rodgers isn't on Green Bay anymore. I just wonder how Lions fans are feeling. They're just like, really? Packers? I had a chance. You fucked it? Really? It just feels nice, man. Sorry, Lions. It is the bear. All hail the Pope. You'll love to see it. I feel like I'm going insane. But you know who's going more insane? Packers fans. I love this. The shirt that I'm wearing is associated with a lot of terrible football, especially since I wore it for pretty much every game. I got a new shirt, this year, and I've been wearing it for the most part. It's definitely much more breathable than this one. This one's way more stocky, while the other one's a little bit thinner, but, I can wear it and not sweat a crap ton. Well, I wore it today because I hadn't done my laundry. But anyway, it's still good. I don't have any traumatic memories with it. 2024 was basically a mirage. And I hope from now on, 2025 is the standard. The standard for the team to live by. And for future Bear seasons to look very similar to this. Maybe with less cardiac. But maybe, hopefully, with more wins. And better results. And better teams. Let's hope that's true. Let's hope 2025 is the standard, not the outlier. Just like 2018, just like 2010. Let's hope it's the outlier, not the outlier. God damn it. Let's hope it's not the outlier, but the standard. Because I really need it to be the standard. Just for my heart. Just for my heart. Because, after watching so much torturous football, moments like this came very rarely. Vikings walk-off field goal. Last year's Packers walk-off field goal. And now a walk-off touchdown in overtime against the Packers. To lay the biggest claim of all for the NFC North. Let us hope that we can continue with at least one more win and solidify it to all. Thank you for listening. I'm just so proud. Good, better, best. I'm just so proud of these boys. I didn't think they could do it, but they did. And I love them for it. Thank you. Thank you.